welcome to Wednesday morning coffee and chat. I hope your week is going great. I hope everything's going good. I hope everything's going in your favor. If you have met challenges, which I'm sure most of us have, that you have been able to meet them in a good way and you've been able to solve any problems that you've had and been able to persevere and keep going. That's what I'm trying to do. And so welcome in. Today I've just been reminiscing a lot about the old days. My channel is kind of a senior channel. Well, not kind of, it is. So that's what I do sometimes, is talk about old days, the olden days, and the way things used to be and the way that in comparison to how they are now. Which is to say also that we are going to be positive about our outlook on the future. We have to be. We have to look for the good in everything, for the good in even when things are not going so well. We have a lot of things going on. We have a lot of problems, a lot of inflation, a lot of challenges. But we have to stay positive and keep trying. And we also have to do that for our children and our grandchildren, if we have those, and to keep them motivated also. So, starting on that good note, I hope you will come in and chat with me and with each other and talk about these things. I don't have a specific topic today. I just wanted to come on and say hello to everybody and hopefully be able to chat with some of you and some of you with each other. So we'll wait and see who comes in. I have my mother's old recipe book that I'm looking at right now. So I'll kind of talk about that when somebody comes in too. Oh yeah, these are some good ones. Some really, really good ones here. Wow. Yeah. Great stuff. Even handwritten ones as well. Some stuff that dishes I don't even think people make anymore, but they're still good. That's what my daughter and I have been doing, is looking up 70s recipes and 80s recipes and making them and see if they still come out. Hello, Arthur. How are you? Welcome in. And sometimes they will work out, and sometimes I guess ingredients have changed over the years, or you can't even get certain ingredients anymore, but we go ahead and look it up and try it anyway. I'm good. I'm glad you're good too, Arthur. It's good to see you. I hope your week is going well for you and everything is in your favor. And hello, Faye. How are you? Thank you for coming in. I'm talking about the old days today because I'm old. I have a senior positivity channel, but I'm talking about old. I found my mom's old recipe book that it's got a lot of stuff she used to make for special occasions in there also. Oh, I thank you, Arthur. I appreciate that. You're so sweet. Yeah, I'm here usually every Wednesday morning around 10 o'clock. I usually wait till 10. I just went ahead and jumped on a few minutes early today to see how to do. Oh, thank you, Faye. I appreciate you guys. But how are you guys doing? What's going on with you guys? Are things going good for you? Are you struggling with today's economy? Are you overcoming the challenges? I always like to hear how everybody else is handling the situation. I guess not everybody maybe struggles with it. Okay, Arthur. And maybe not everybody struggles with it, but I think a lot of us do. So, after you pay all your bills and pay for stuff you have to pay for, then, you have to think, wow, well, can I go to the grocery store now? Maybe get some beans and rice? But it's okay. We're surviving, and I know there's so many people in the world. Well, I have had a headache for like 5 days, and how do you feel about Charlie Kirk? It's a really sad situation. I'm sorry you have a headache, darling. I hope it gets better for you. Stay hydrated. I know you probably heard all the advice, but stay well hydrated. That can help. I don't know what type of headache you have, but yeah, I think it's really sad what happened. And, you know, we have to be tolerant of each other. We have to love each other. We have to understand that everybody has free speech. Whether you agree with what a person is saying or not, they have the right to say it. And nobody deserves to die for saying what they believe. So that's what I think about it. Yes, Arthur says he hopes you get better too, Faye. Yes, we are hoping for that. We're praying for you to feel better. And, you know, another thing you can do is do some deep breathing and stretches. I know that might sound crazy, but just loosening up your body and loosening up tense muscles, that can sometimes help with a headache too. Stay hydrated, get some exercise, and stretch and take deep breathing. Those things help me when I get a headache, because I get them pretty often too. I think a lot of it has to do with stress and worrying and things like that, but you know, then it could be something clinical also. So maybe you should see your doctor if that doesn't go away soon. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Faye. I know I'm not really one to be giving it, but I've been on the planet a long time, so I kind of, you know, have had a lot of things happen to me, so I have a little advice, I guess. But one of the recipes I found in here was chocolate pound cake. I know ladies used to make chocolate pound cake a lot, or pound cakes a lot. Did you hear about the shooting with the cops? I don't know. I don't think I did. I don't follow the news real closely. I check on it, you know, a couple times a week, but I don't follow it per point. But it's really sad, all of the, you know, bad things that are happening, and we just need to come together in unity and stop being divided by hate. That's what I have to say about that. But yes, ladies used to make pound cakes a lot, and they used to, you know, have a lot of things like 2 cops died. It made worldwide news. I'm so sorry. Prayers for them and their families. You get bullied in middle school because of your hair. It's leopard print. Oh, you're in middle school. Wow. Okay. This is an adult chat. Not a dirty chat, but it is adults only. But you're welcome here as long as you know, if you're supposed to be 13 at least. If you're 13 or more, you can be here. So yeah, also in my town. Yeah, yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot to deal with. That's why we have to stick together in unity and love, and we cannot let the powers at be, whoever that is, whether it's billionaires or whatever, you know, we cannot let them divide us, because, you know, if we're divided, we fall. United we stand, divided we fall. So, yep, that's my take on the bad news and the bad stuff going on. There's lots of bad stuff. So, and I'm sure it's all over the world, not just where you are. And so, yeah, that's why we have to come together in one spirit and one love and pray for each other if you believe in that, or at least if you don't do that, to come together like-minded in a spirit of love and unity. That is my take on that. Okay, Arthur, have a good day. Thank you for coming. Yes, you have to be 13 or more to be in a live chat. You can, I don't exactly know what all the rules are, but I have to just inform you of that and say that, you know, everyone needs to have their parents' permission, of course, but, you know, we don't talk about anything sketchy, so it's okay with me. I just, I have to go by YouTube rules and regulations. What is my favorite meal? I've got a bunch of those, obviously. Um, let's see. I like a good country meal, you know, like some vegetables. And I like, well, I live in the South. We eat a lot of beans and cornbread and greens and stuff like that. I like a plate with some greens on there and some cornbread or a biscuit or scone, however you refer to those, and you know, just the vegetable plate. That's my favorite thing. I also like pizza. That's my junk food favorite. I don't eat junk food, but if I do occasionally, you know, have a feeling I want something crazy, I go for pizza usually. But I try to eat. I eat at home. Yeah, it sounds good. And you know, I cook at home too. It's cheaper and it's healthier. So, um, yeah, I usually cook some vegetables. I like sweet potatoes a lot. I really love sweet potatoes. Sometimes I just eat a sweet potato with butter. And well, any kind of vegetables just about is my favorite. And sometimes I eat fish. I eat salmon sometimes, but I really don't eat any other meat particularly, just because it's just not my favorite, you know. But what do you like, Faye? What do you like to eat? What's your fave? I want to know what Faye's fave is. Do you have a favorite dish, Faye? Well, I really like some pasta with breadsticks. Oh, yeah, that is a good one, isn't it? I do love that too. That sounds good. My daughter made a pasta salad the other night. You know, the cold kind. That was really good. I just got a little bite of it. Everybody ate it up. So I didn't get much of it, but it was good. I like pasta too. And I like everything just about. There's only a few things in the whole world I don't like, but yeah. But yeah, pasta and breadsticks. That sounds really good. I haven't made like a spaghetti dinner in a while. I like a good spaghetti dinner, you know, with some garlic bread. That's always good. I like salmon a lot. When you have salmon, I either do it in a pan or bake it in the oven with vegetables. So that's one of my favorites too. I usually feel good after I eat that. I feel satisfied, you know. And I know like I got my protein and my vegetables. Normally I'm using beans or lentils or something like that for my protein. Uh, Sometimes I do use fish for my protein. I like shrimp, but they've been saying that the shrimp is radioactive. So I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm going to buy shrimp and eat radioactive shrimp or not. So I'll have to think about that one if I want to do that. We did eat shrimp not too long ago. We had a shrimp boil. You know, when you get a big pot and you put the potatoes in there and the whatever you put in your boil, you know, potatoes and other vegetables and a broth, and we had shrimp. So I guess I'm radioactive. I'm glowing in the dark now. Oh dear. Oh, thank you, Faye. You're so sweet. It's you can't see the dirty part. That's the good part. I turned the camera away from the mess. You're going to see the back porch. No, it's not too bad. Everybody gathers at night and plays video games together. We play guitar together. You know, we just gather and kind of party. And then the next morning, usually Mama gets to clean it all up. You know, that's okay though. And but everybody pretty much pitches in and cleans their own mess up. But I haven't done it this morning yet. I felt slow when I got up this morning. Because I am elderly. It takes me a while to get going. Used to, I could just jump out of bed and hit the floor running. But now I have to step out of bed slowly, do some stretches, get some coffee, and get the blood flowing, you know. I try to do a little yoga first thing in the morning, some stretches. That really helps too. And Faye, that might really and truly help with your headache if you could do that. Hey, Jamal, how are you, darling? How are you doing, Jamal? Welcome, Jamal. Jamal loves pepperoni pizza and donuts and us. how are you doing, Jamal? What's up, buddy? Very well. I'm doing well too, Jamal. Thank you. Say hello to Faye. She's in here too. She's was saying that she's not feeling that well. She's kind of got a headache, so we're praying for her headache to go away. Hey, Jamie, down the road. How are you? Good to see you. I'm so glad to see you. Thank you for coming. And yeah, I kind of got on the subject I was trying to do. I'm glad you're well, Jamie. I was trying to do a video, like a talk kind of about the old days and how, you know, I kind of miss the old days. I found my mom's old recipe book with 70s and 80s recipes in it, and they're so funny. I was going to share some of that when some more people got in, but yeah, oh, and did you guys hear Robert Redford passed away? That made me feel so sad. He was one of my favorite actors in the day. And he passed away yesterday. When I saw that, I felt really sad. It seems like we're losing. Anisha, hey, Anisha, that's one of my babies. Anisha is my baby. Thank you for listening while working. Be safe today. We're praying for your safety and successful work day. Yes, it is a good community we have, Jamie. And, you know, sometimes I get discouraged with my channel because it's just so slow and I don't know where to go with it. But I said, I got to keep going anyway. I just got to keep plugging away, try to come up with something. And in the January, I'm going to be moving down to my basement apartment here because my son and his wife are moving out and getting their own place. So I'm going to be moving to the basement apartment, and it has a room that I can make an office / studio in. So I feel like I might get a little bit, you know, recharged when I get my nice office set up because I don't have an office right now. Thank you, Jamie. I'm trying, I'm really trying, and I'm trying to stay, you know, positive, and I'm trying to stay, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of words. Okay, what does Jamal say? I'm grateful to be on Nancy Channel this morning on this morning winning Wednesday. Good word, Jamal. Thank you. I'm so glad to have you here too. But yeah, motivated, you know, and because I don't know, I don't look at I look at the analytics probably once every fortnight. I've decided I'm going to only look at analytics once a fortnight, and that's it, because it makes me anxious, and I probably should be studying. I used to do that, study all that stuff. I kind of got it in my head how things go now anyway, but that's it. I'm not going to be in that all the time and getting discouraged, but because sometimes you guys, this week, okay, one day, overnight, just overnight, I lost 5 subscribers, boom, just like that. But I mean, I don't think 5 people got together and said, hey, we hate her, let's unsubscribe. I think YouTube does purges every now and then. Honestly, that's what I think happens. So, you know, that's just part of the game, I guess. YouTube is a lot of work for sure. Yeah, it's more, to me, it's more mental work. It's like mentally, it's a roller coaster, emotional roller coaster, and but I'm probably too much of an emotional person or too much of an overly sensitive person anyway. I just need to toughen up and, you know, try new stuff. Yes, I think they do, Jamie. I remember that happened to you a long time ago, and you were talking about that, and boom, look at you now, you know, right? So you're a good example of, you know, don't get discouraged and don't give up. So yeah, I think they do that. I asked ChatGPT, you know, and ChatGPT said, yes, YouTube probably did a purge. And I feel like that does happen, you know, or if people subscribe to you and then they don't go and watch a video right away or whatever, then it gets dropped off too. So it's okay. It's just part of the game, part of the thing we have to do, I guess. So yeah, thank you, Jamal. Thank you, Jamal. I like the sunglasses emoji. So every time I see you, I want pizza. You just made me want pizza. So, and I was talking about that earlier. We always get off talking about food. You know, we always get off on that subject. So it's crazy. No, it is good to see everybody here. And like I said, I don't really have a topic. I try to have a topic for the Wednesday chat, but I just thought today I would talk about the old days and things that, you know, are different now, which is pretty much everything is different now. Because I will be 67 in March, so that's how long I've been here. So in my day, well, I was, okay, in 1979, I guess I was 20 years old. So I really identify with the 70s a lot. I think I'm living in the 70s, still got 70s hair. Um, I would probably wear bell bottoms if I had some, you know. But it was a really fun time. And the thing about it is, when you were in that time, you didn't realize how good it was. We didn't realize. Of course, there were problems, of course. Everybody, you know, we did have problems. I'm not saying it was a perfect time by any means, but well, we didn't have all this technology. I know my kids asked me one day, Mom, how did you go somewhere you didn't, if you'd never been there, how did you get there without GPS? I said we had paper maps. You could get you a map and mark it off with a highlighter. You could like highlight your route, or you could call and say, "Hey, give me directions to your store. Give me directions to your house." Oh, you take this road, and then you turn right at this road, and then you'll see a big oak tree, and then you'll see a church, and then you take a left there. They're like, "Oh my gosh, how could you do that?" Yes, pizza is yummy. I think it's just you and me, Jamal, or maybe Jamie too. It says I have one. You can never go by this count thing, I don't think. But yeah, that was how we found our way around by just using a paper map. I remember my dad, when we would be going on a vacation or something, we'd go to the beach or whatever. We lived in South Carolina. He would buy a paper map, and it was a big production. He'd have all this out on the table, seriously marking off his route with his highlighter. And that was part of the fun for me, watching him do that, you know, thinking, wow, we're going to go all the way down there. And he would say, look, this inch actually is a lot of distance. You think it's not going to take long, but that's really a long way. You know, so that was part of the fun, just thinking about that. Hey, Anisha, thank you, baby. I know you're busy, honey. Don't worry about it. And I appreciate you being there, too. But yeah, for me, that was part of the fun, you know, just getting ready for the trip, because we would go, we usually went to Daytona Beach. And this was in the 60s. So in the 60s, there was a part of Daytona Beach that was just like a private beach. There were not that many hotels down near the end, near the lighthouse. There were just a few little cottages, and we would rent a cottage, and we just had the whole beach to ourselves. I'm sure there's like major hotels there. I haven't been to Daytona Beach since I was a kid, so I don't know. Because we always go to Tybee Island, which is only like 4 hours away from here, so we can just go there pretty quick. And it's a beautiful little island with a beautiful little beach, so we don't have to drive 10 hours or anything, just 4 hours. And you know, you can make it even quicker if you want to, but we don't want to because we don't want to get a ticket. So that's what we usually see. I'm talking on now, so I forgot where was the original thing we were talking about. Oh, I'm trying to talk about the old days. I was talking earlier about pound cakes, because I don't know if Anisha, you don't have to look, honey, because you're probably driving, but I was talking about, I found my mom's old recipe book, and it's got some really funny recipes from the 70s and 80s in it, maybe even 60s, but probably 70s and 80s. But ladies used to make pound cakes, especially church ladies, and we always had church dinners and potluck suppers and stuff. And there was always and that's another thing I just took for granted, was there will always be pound cakes. Nobody's making those anymore. But some lady would always bring a pound cake. Those things were so good. They had this crust on them. They were buttery and moist. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I tried to make one, but it didn't come out. Maybe I'll have to try again. There's so many ingredients though. But anyway, my mom used to make the chocolate pound cake. I found her little recipe. Chocolate pound cake. She put cocoa in hers. And let me tell you, that thing was so good. You didn't even need anything else with it. There was no icing on it, but you did not want, it was like, I'm a pound cake purist. I just like my straight up pound cake. So, yeah. Oh, I says nobody's here now. Okay. Well, I'm going to talk anyway. And so you just, what are the ingredients of the pound cake? I have a pound of creamery butter, it says. I'm not sure what creamery butter. Maybe that means soft butter. Half a cup of shortening, 3 cups of sugar. Wow. In other words, a pound cake. You're going to get pounds. Thank you, Anisha. Oh, okay. Yay, somebody's here. And let's see, 5 eggs, 1 cup of milk, 3 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 pinch of salt, 1/2 cup cocoa, 1 teaspoon vanilla. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Yeah, but nobody was overweight hardly. I mean, we ate like this and nobody was really overweight. I don't know what the deal. Well, we moved more. We didn't have gaming systems and phones to sit in front of, I guess. We moved a lot more. Let's see. Oh, pineapple cottage cheese salad. 2 small lemon jellos, 1 cup of mayonnaise, 1/2 cup nuts, optional, 1 large can of crushed pineapple, 1 cup of cottage cheese. That's the pineapple cottage. And some of these things sound nasty, but really they're so good. I'm telling you, you go to a church dinner and have that, that's so good. Potato casserole, mini cheesecakes. Hey, I'm down for that. That'd be like something that they might have at, Crumble, Anisha, I don't know. Cheesecake cookie thingy. Love those, y'all. Go watch Anisha's reviews. They are so good. But Anisha, I watch that stuff at night, and night is most of the time I am watching at night, but that's when I'm like craving stuff too. Oh, Faye, you're still there. It's okay. That's okay, honey. That's all right. It's okay. I understand if you have to leave or you have to come back, leave. But, hey, I'm chill. I'm good. So welcome back. Yeah, they had the good stuff. Let's see, chicken pie. I think that's like a chicken pot pie. 4 chicken breasts, 1 stick of melted butter, 1 can cream of mushroom, 1 can cream of chicken, 1 8-ounce sour cream, and Ritz crackers. That's for the crust, You mix all that stuff up. Oh, that's a good one. I remember that. Church meal, food, congealed salad. Congealed salads. You had down around, you're still here too. The thing is saying nobody's here. You had a blueberry cheesecake in a restaurant Sunday. Oh, that's awesome. I love blueberries on cheesecake too. I might like that better than strawberries actually. But I don't know. I can switch back and forth. We always get on the food subject. But, yeah, blueberries are awesome. I got a little blueberry tree in my backyard. I just planted it though. I'm watering it and fertilizing it. Hoping it's going to do. Oh, Coca-Cola salad. 2 small cherry jellos. Crushed pineapple. 1 can of cherries. 1 8-ounce Coca-Cola. And 1 cup of chopped nuts. Mix it all together and chill overnight. Anyway, I thought that YouTube is lying. They are, aren't they? No, right? I'm thinking, oh, everybody left. And I don't know. I guess it's probably just so many people on YouTube that it slows it down, I guess. Because sometimes it'll say, like you'll say, I got a message that said I had 1,000 watch hours from YouTube in my studio. But it said I had 900 when I look on the little, graph. So I guess they're just kind of behind because of all the traffic. That's my hypothesis anyway. Let's see, banana pudding. Oh, she's so cute. She's got the names of the little ladies that gave her the recipe beside it in a heart. Isn't that sweet? Cranberry congealed salad. Now that's a good one. That one goes good with your, if you do Thanksgiving. That goes good with that kind of dinner, like the turkey and dressing dinner. Or just if you just, hello Sapphire, how are you? Welcome in. Sweet potato souffle. She's got the lady's name beside that one. Buttermilk custard. Now I do make this one. This one is very good. Buttermilk custard. That sounds crazy, but and some people call it buttermilk pie, but it's like a custard just made with eggs and buttermilk. But that is so good. Like I can't just drink buttermilk. You know, some people just drink it, but I can't do that. Hey, Rising Phoenix, how are you doing? Welcome in. I'm talking about the old days. I'm talking about, I found my mom's old recipe book and I was going over some of the 70s and 80s recipes in here. They're so funny. A lot of congealed salads. Congealed salad was a big deal back then. Oh, I found this picture of me too. This is me when I'm 35 years old. Can you guys see that? I'm kind of thick. I was going through a little thick stage right there. I'm going through one now too. But I don't think thick in a good way, but fat. This is me. Oh, yeah. This fell out of the recipe book. I don't know if you can see it. I was in a little, that's me in the yellow dress. I was in a little parade in high school or something. She says she kind of thick. I am clean and fresh, fresh, fresh. I don't smell like doo-doo-doo. You know, we got Outcast in Atlanta. They're from Atlanta. So I better give credit to Outcast for that. No, I didn't do it good enough to have to give credit, so sorry about that. But anyway, I thought that was fun to go through the old recipe book. Sausage cheese balls. Everybody always, period.com, always had sausage cheese balls at Christmas. Tropical Jello pretzel salad. That's a good one, y'all. Texas hash. What the Hades is that? Let's see. Ooh, that sounds nasty. Chinese noodle salad. That's a good one. You make that with ramen noodles. Yep. With the seasoning packet, it says. Poppy seed chicken. Ooh, that would make you fail a drug test, won't it? Cheesy rice and broccoli. That's a good one too. Anyway, I could go on about all the recipes, but yeah, you about to get clean. I'm filthy. You filthy, girl? Yeah. I got filthy yesterday out in the garden. Ugh, got all itchy too. You love hash? This was not really hash though. This was some kind of weird little church lady concoction. Texas hash. Texas hash. I don't know what makes it Texas. Let's see if we can figure that out. Texas hash. An onion, a green pepper. I think they're talking about a bell pepper, not a hot pepper. 3 tablespoons of oil. Dang. Can of diced tomato, cup of rice, chili powder. Yeah, that's kind of, I guess, Texas, Tex-Mex. It looks pretty good. It's just ground beef and stuff all mixed up and baked in the oven. But anyway, those were the recipes. Always makes me a little sad to find something of Mama's, but at the same time, it makes me feel good too. She used to clip stuff out of magazines and newspapers. Old magazine, the paper's all yellowed. It's fun to see the prices of stuff when there's an ad. Mastering meringue. She was a perfectionist, so she found this little article telling you how to make your meringue perfect. She could do it too. I miss my mama. Lord mercy, it's hard. Hard. But she leaves me pennies, and little places that are a surprise. Oh, Mom Nancy, I'm filling up the fuel truck right now. Okay, baby. Wow, you guys, Anisha is a queen. She is. She's like truck driver, mother, sister, friend. She's every woman. It's all in her. Anything you want done, baby. Also, rising phoenix too. She's every woman. It's all in her. Anything you want done, baby. Yeah, come on. Come on. Yes. We taking care of business every day. Excuse me. Oh goodness. Excuse me. That's a beautiful one. I know it is, isn't it? It's such a good one. Let's see. What's the more girl songs? Let's see. I can bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan, and never let you forget you're my man, 'cause I'm a woman. Something like that. Oh, me. Wow, I didn't run everybody off with that. Hope not. I hope y'all are still hanging in here. You filling up the fuel. How long does it take to fill it up, Anisha? You just gotta like put that spigot in there and wait. Spigot, whatever. Nozzle. I always wanted to do something like that when I was young, but back in that day, they did not allow women to do anything like that. And if you tried to do it anyway, they made it so hard for you that it was nearly impossible. Because just like in high school, I wanted to take shop. They would not let me take shop. I just wanted to make a birdhouse. I liked it. They said, "Oh, you're just trying to be a rebel and rock the boat and cause problems." I'm like, "No, I want to take shop. I really want to take shop. I'd rather take that. I already took home ec. Was already done with that." I was like, they would not let me. So anyway, that made me mad. And then when you take that scholastic aptitude test, scholastic aptitude test, then I took that and it said I would be a good lineman or a good engineer. But they're like, "Oh yeah, you threw the test." Oh yeah. No, I just answered the questions. I promise. About 2 hours when it's half full. Wow, that's crazy, really. About 2 hours when it's half full, and about 4 if it's empty. Wow, that's crazy. That must be a gigantic gas tank. That's scary. That's a lot of gallons of fuel right there. I'm thankful for truck drivers because if it were not for truck drivers, we would not, have the things we have in our stores and be able to run down to the corner and get something. So 3,000 gallons. That was my next question. Wow, that's incredible. That's incredible. You be safe driving that. Lord, I worry all the time. 3,000 gallons. That's a big old gas tank. But you have long distances to go too. You have, thank you for the hearts. Yes, hearts out there and prayers for safety and all that stuff. So I guess that is a big part of your day is having to fuel up. That takes a big part of your day. And a thing that I noticed that people, well, this accident happened here in Atlanta, not like a couple of weeks ago. This little car, he just like passed a truck and then cut right back in front of the truck, and then he nipped it. The truck nipped it because it wasn't his fault because, or her fault, because this car just jumped right back. Because I know trucks cannot stop. You can't just like slam on the brakes like a car and stop. And this car, it flipped it. It just like flipped it, just like you took something like a coin and just flipped it. It just, that little car just went tumbling. I never heard about it. I just saw it on the news, and or saw it in a video, and I never heard about what happened. But please, if you guys are listening, but you have to give trucks room. You have to. They can't see you if you're too close behind them. Am I right, Anisha? I pumped about 1,000 gallons into the Kroger mini trucks in 4.5 hours. Wow. Uh, they can't see you if you're too close in the back, and they cannot stop. So please always give them plenty of room in front, behind, and around. No, you're so right. It takes a lot to stop, yes. And people don't know that, I guess. And so, yes, please give trucks room in the front. They need a lot of room. You need to go way up before you cut back in. And do use your indicator also, and slowly merge back in, but wait until you, I don't know how many feet is proper, but um and in behind too, because if they can't see you in their mirror, if you can't see their mirror, that means they can't see you. So you need to stay back too, because they have to be on that road, they have to be there. And we can't get frustrated with them or aggravated with them, because they have to be there and they are providing a service for us. So please be respectful always. Facts, yes. I know my son, I don't know if they told, he just recently took a safe driving course, and I think that was part of the course too. But everybody, I feel like not everybody knows how to drive anymore. I don't think, if people are not taking driver's ed, or they not going and taking a test and passing it. I don't know what's up, but I see some bad driving. But I live in Atlanta, so, and I don't drive anymore because I just can't do it. I can't deal with it. But when I'm in a car, I see people doing the most ridiculous things in traffic. And I just think, wow, does that person even have a license? I feel like some people are actually driving around that are not licensed, maybe, or they, I don't know, because you're actually driving a weapon when you're driving an automobile or a truck or anything. You need to be so on everything that you're doing and so focused when you're driving. When I did drive, I used to just pretend like I was driving, flying an airplane. I would get in, do a checklist, and say, okay, is everything good? Is everything good to go before I even pulled out? I just pretend like I was flying an airplane. I'm like, okay, V1 rotate and pull out of my driveway because I want to be responsible. Then finally I just said, oh, and I got a good driving record too. I don't have any tickets or accidents or anything. Just out on the road reckless. You right. It's just crazy. I think that a lot of people are drunk and high too, maybe. Um, I know because when we're sitting in traffic, you would almost get high just from breathing the broccoli smoke because it's so thick. Just sitting in traffic, I'm like, everybody's driving, smoking weed. I couldn't do that because I don't do that anyway. But if I did, because I've done it before, so I know how it affects me, and I wouldn't be able to do it. I don't know how people do that. I guess it affects everybody different, but I wouldn't be able to alter my brain, and drive. I just couldn't do it. But I don't drive anymore anyway. I decided it's too scary for me. I'm a good driver and everything, but I just decided I don't want to. I sold my car because I didn't want to spend what they wanted to fix it. And I can take the bus or the train if I want to go somewhere, but I usually end up not doing that either. I just stay home. And so yeah. So I don't know what's up with everybody. I wish everybody would take you should have to periodically, in my opinion, retake a test or, take a course anyway and get a certificate and present it. They could offer that free. You just go online, take a little refresher course, safety course, and then turn that in when you get your license renewed. And especially older people, we need to have our eyes checked. I think they do check your eyes after a certain age, but and have a refresher course for elder people because I know when you get older, your reaction times just change. You slow down. It's just a fact. The healthiest person, older person I know, they all your reaction times slow down. You have to think harder to do. I mean, it could just be a few seconds, but seconds count when it comes to driving. It could just be a few seconds that you've slowed down, but every second counts in decision making on the highway. When you're coming up to a red light, because I noticed my mother, when she wanted to drive, she would have driven her very last day on this earth if I had let her. I had to not let her do it, but she would just wait until a car. She would be looking. She would see the car coming. She would wait till it got right there and pull out. I'm like, it took her that long to think about it. And then I guess she decided, well, I think I can make it. And she ended up having an accident doing that. Luckily, the person wasn't going very fast, but I could see that she was just making decisions that I was like, Mom, I'm sorry. And that she went downhill after that because she was an on the go person. She was a extrovert, socialite. Boom, let's go do it. Let's have fun. Let's go to the little church luncheons and all that stuff. But I said, Mom, I'm sorry. And I tried to take her places and do that, but she just wasn't happy with it. But I feel like when you feel yourself getting to that point when you do get older, that you do need to think about it because it's not only your life you're putting in danger, it's other people. Yeah, Nisha, I think so because I would like to have a car now, and I would like to not live where I live to have to drive it. But I tell you, Atlanta's scary. It's scary. Atlanta's a tough town, guys. It's a tough town to live in. It can be a fun town. It can be a good place too. There's a lot here, and it's really overcrowded. As far as there's so many people just crunched up together and so much traffic crunched up. But it's a good little mix of folks. It's a good fun vibe, but it can also be scary, especially at night. But yeah, it's a really and it's the driving here. Oh, goodness gracious. Unbelievable the way people drive. Hey, bold one for life. How are you? Welcome to my chat. We're talking about everything. We talked about traffic. We talked about truck driving, food, old days, good days, everything. So I hope your week's going good, bold one. And I hope that everything's going in your favor. And that if you've had challenges, that you've met them strongly. Oh, I'm glad you're well. Yeah, I'm okay. Hanging in there. And so, yeah, so glad to see you. And so glad to hear that you're doing well. Yes, indeed. So, everybody, check out Bold One for Life if you haven't. Anisha, Rising Phoenix, if you're still here, you may have had to go. I don't know. Um, we're talking about earlier about old recipes from the 70s and 80s. I found my mother's old recipe book from the 70s and 80s, Bold One. And it was just funny, some of the things. There were so many congealed salads. Congealed salads was a thing back then. I loved them. I was like, I'm going to make some of those. I'm going to give me some Jell-O and make them. Cool Whip and Jell-O. Some ambrosia. You had some before and you liked it. Ambrosia. And I think I got to try this pineapple cottage cheese salad. That sounds good to me. Yes, so far this week has been good. I am so glad. I am so glad. Yeah, I want us all to be on the kind of wavelength together of happiness and love and peace, and we need that in this world, don't we, guys? I want us to pray for each other and be there for each other and unite together in love, not be divided by hate. There is just no place for that. And we have to be united. We have to love each other. We have to be tolerant of each other and helpful of each other. And it should be a loving and fun thing, a good experience, right? And we just have to stick together in all this. All the things that are happening and high cost of everything. And we just have to be there for each other and lift each other up. Sometimes if I'm just all by myself for a while, I start to spiral down, you know. No, don't dig back out. I got to dig back out of that and come look up some of my friends. Yes, and just keep a positive attitude the best way we can. It can be hard at times, and life do be lifing, and it be lifing hard sometimes, and that's just part of the experience, I guess. We all have things happen, losses, illnesses. It all happens. Yep, it's all. Hey, Sharon, RN2 CEO. Thank you for coming in. We've talked about everything today. I was talking earlier about, I found my mom's old recipe book and I was going through the recipes. They're from the 70s and 80s and they're so funny. I was just talking about how there's so many congealed salads in there. I was talking about pound cakes, how good pound cakes used to be. All the little church ladies would bring pound cake to the little Wednesday night supper. We had Wednesday night supper every Wednesday night. And, you know, potluck dinners. And there was always a big old delicious pound cake there. And I was saying how I used to take that for granted. Like, there's always going to be pound cake, you know. Now you can't find a pound cake. You know, people don't make those anymore. Of course, it would cost a fortune to make one now, probably. But, boy, that would sure be good. It had this crust on it. Like, you flip it. Let's see. The crust would have, yeah, the crust was on the top. So if you turned it out, like, upside down, the crust would be on the bottom. But that crust, oh, my goodness, that was the best part. I mean, I got in trouble one time when I was little for going and picking off all the crust. Just leaving the cake. But no, those were so good. And my mom used to make a chocolate one. She put cocoa in it sometimes and it made it chocolate. Oh, it was just the good old days. So good. So tasty. But we are in today and we have to be positive about today and our future. And that's another thing I was saying. We need to be positive for our children and grandchildren as well. And not let them feel negative energy from us and fear and anxiety about things. So that's hard to do sometimes, but it's important that we do that. And I know, Sharon, you enjoy your grandchildren. I see you talking about them, and how you enjoy doing things with them. That's so good. I don't have grandbabies yet. I hope I get to have them. I'm probably going to be old when I have them, so I got to try to stay in shape so I can play with them. I'm already old and don't have them, so hopefully I'll have them before I get debilitated. too, too broke down to play. I like to get in the floor and play with kids, you know. So hopefully, I mean, they say they're going to have them, but wow, I don't know. I might get to see them for a little bit before I transcend. Hopefully. So yeah, Hannah and Tim are moving out, so getting their own place. So I will be moving to the basement apartment, and there I'm going to set up an office slash studio. So I feel like I will be able to improve things, improve my channel, and improve the way things are going once I get my office slash studio set up. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to happen in January, and then we have my daughter's wedding is in December, and that's going to be live streamed on my channel. Everybody's invited, and that's on December 7th. So I have that scheduled to broadcast. So I hope everybody will tune in for that. That's a big thing we are all working on too, is wedding stuff. So it's been really super busy. My son has a new job, so he's been doing orientation and classes and all kinds of stuff. A lot of good things happening in my family. I'm very thankful for. I am extremely thankful and blessed. So hopefully things will go good for a while, and you know, just hopefully get out of some of the financial strapped feeling. You know, that's every penny, I mean, literally goes into my house and into the bills and stuff. So trying to get a break free from that a little bit. That's one of my goals, is to try to break free from that strapped feeling. I don't know what else to call it, that strangled feeling, you know, financially. But you know, it's not like anything terrible. Just need a little bit more wiggle room there. So but other than that, I'm very blessed. I hope you all are too. And I do pray for everybody every day. My subscriber book is my prayer list as well, and my meditation list as well. Hello, random player. I'm very sorry about what happened to Charlie Kirk. I think it's terrible. I think everybody has the right to their opinion. Everybody has a right to free speech. And whether you agree with that person or not, they still have the right to say it. And nobody deserves to be slaughtered for their opinion, whatever their opinion is. So I am a janitor at a church at night, and I work on YouTube and other things during the day. Thank you. But yeah, there's been a lot of really, you know, nasty things in the news, terrible things happening. So that's what I'm saying. We need to come together, united in love. We can't let hate divide us. Just because you disagree with a person's politics or belief system or what doesn't, you don't have to be mad at them. You don't have to hate them. You know, you can still have your own opinion and speak your opinion. Let them speak theirs as well. So that's how I feel about that. Yes, I think it's very terrible, very sad, and hopefully we can do something to change this attitude of hurtfulness, this attitude of wanting to physically harm each other or unalive each other. That's just, you know, uncalled for. But yeah, I enjoyed looking at the recipe book today. That was fun. So, um, And we still do some of these special occasions. We pull this book out, my daughter and me, and say, oh, let's make one of these for the holiday or for the special occasion. And that's fun. Um, Keeping the family memories alive like that, that's good. That's a good way to do it. It's also, um, a good way to keep your memories alive of your mom or your grandma or your auntie or your loved one is to make this dish that they made or do something that they did or have a tradition that you carry out throughout the year and on special occasions. I think that is a lovely way to honor your ancestors and to honor your family members. So that's what we try to do, and I'd like for you to try to do that too. It's great. So my hour is up, so I want to thank everybody for coming in. I really appreciate it. Everybody go have a great and blessed day. And let's stick together. Let's pray for each other. Yes, bold one. Yes, that will keep their memories alive. That's how I look at it too. Because I'm thinking of when I'm cooking in there, I'm thinking about my mom, my grandma, my auntie, everybody. It does, absolutely. And you talk about it and you laugh about funny things they did. What is your favorite thing to make from the recipe book? Well, my favorite thing to make would be that chocolate pound cake if I could afford all the ingredients. It's got so many ingredients. I know it's backwards, but it's got so many eggs and milk and cream and butter, and it would probably cost $30 to make it. I don't know, but I would like to try to make that one. I'm not that great a cake baker, but and I also like all of the congealed salads. Those are fun. Hey, Nancy, I made some waffles. Good for you, Faye. Good for you. And I hope your headache gets better, Faye. I hope you feel better. And also, y'all, Mama Bowman was saying she wasn't feeling well. So let's keep her in our prayers as well. So, love Mama Bowman. So, you guys go have a blessed, great day. I love you. And I will be seeing you around. I'm here every Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. So, hopefully, I'll see you again then live. Have a great day. God bless you.